for the jail library cards. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously.
Thank you, Court.
Item number 5, consider and take action on engagement letters for the compliance and agreed upon procedures regarding audit of Henderson County Emergency Service District Number 2 for fiscal years 2021 and 2022. Ms. Monk.
Yes, I have been in contact with the managing partner over at Ackerson Company. She has just completed their 2023 audit, so she is very familiar with their processes. But because they do not have true financial statements, they don't have a balance sheet, they don't have an income statement. There's nobody there that has been doing that. They typically do an audit because they're going there to audit. So they will be going in and recreating those documents, and so that's a portion of these contracts. And then the other portion is that they will do reviews of things that I've asked them to look at, like the invoices, and make sure that there's proper purchases and approval of those purchases being made.
Court, questions?
So this is just kind of what she's going to do,
Yes.
and for us to approve it through the
Yes.
contract deal?
Right.
And then we had another ESD. Is that one we're going to have to go through the same process as
Yes,
this?
we will.
Court, for a little clarity, I'm going to ask Mr. Strom, if you would, to expand upon the statutory requirements of this step here today. In statute, it dictates that we are to approve these procedures. Mr. Strong?
Thank you, Court. Good morning. Let's see. Brought different statutes today. Recently, this court approved, as Commissioner Tooley stated, a court order to audit ESD2 and ESD5 for the fiscal years 21, 22, and 23. Part of that statute is then following up after that order through the auditor's office under section 775082B of the Health and Safety Code. The auditor shall adopt rules and procedures on how she would go about implementing those audits that have been ordered by this court. She would then present those before the court as she's done. If this court then approves it, she would then implement what you've approved to conduct those audits. So she has presented for ESD2 fiscal years 21 and 22. And in the backup, there's a presentation of the procedures that they would use. If that's being endorsed by our auditor, then she's asking you to accept that and approve that. She said that 2023 has already been done, and ESD5 will be handled separately. So.
Court, questions for Mr. Strom?
So this is pretty much the same as the audit. It's just they didn't have enough records to get the audit done.
I can't see it's the same as an
Yeah.
audit. An audit is much more complicated and thorough. I don't want to say thorough. It's just different procedures. I can't tell you it's the same, but it will end with the same results for us. Yes, we will
Same
have
result.
confidence in what they're doing. They're doing properly and the court's approved.
Any further discussion? We're hearing none. We'll entertain a motion with judge's authorization to sign.
So move to approve.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and second by Commissioner Spivey to approve the engagement letters for the compilation and agreed upon procedures regarding audit of Henderson County Emergency Service District Number 2 for the fiscal years of 2021 and 2022 with county judge's authorization to sign. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously.
Thank you, Court.
Thank you, Ms. Strong. Thank you, Ms. Monk. Item number 6 is a public hearing, and this public hearing is to close approximately 475 feet of County Road 3919 located in Precinct 3. Commissioners, may we have a motion to move into public hearing?
I move that we move into public hearing at 9:15.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam, second by Commissioner Richardson to move into public hearing at 9:15. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. At this time, anyone wishing to speak to this issue, we will offer you 3 minutes of time to come to the podium, express your opinion, and if you would, give us your name and address for the record. Is there anyone wishing to speak for this, or for or against the topic today?
Yeah,
If you would, please come forward
yes, sir.
and give your name and your address to the clerk, please.
I sure will. How's everyone doing today? My name is Taboris Clayton Cook Sr. My address is 7611 County Road 3919.
Did you get that, Miss? Right.
Taboris, Taboris Cook Sr. You get the address?
Thank you.
Okay, like I said, my name is Taboris Clayton Cook Sr. I've been living here since 2010. This was my grandparents' place. We have had this circle right here for as long as I can remember. It's always been a county road. I have a trucking company. I transport trucks in and out. We use both sides of this road. My trash man runs through this road. My mailman runs through this road. We got the school buses for kids run through this road. And I'm actually building a house right along the fence row where this property line is split. And so when we close this road, it's going to prevent me from, it's going to block everything, man. It's just going to kind of mess up my way of life and living over there, right? And not only that, you know, this road's been there for a long time. We just had a guy there that lives right on this property before it was purchased, and it was a county road then. So I'm trying to figure out why it's not a county road now, why they want to close it off. Because as we move forward, and I'm working to do to take care of my family, and I got these trucks coming in, and even the people from the public coming in. Now they got to back up on my property and mess up my land so they can get out of here. And so I'm just trying to see what we need to do about this to keep everything like it is. Because when you got big trucks rolling in, and then you want to turn on my property, it's gonna tear it up, and that's not the way it should be. And that's pretty much all I gotta say. I don't know what else I need to say, but that's what's going on in my life over there at that place. And it's a bunch of us here. It's a few of us, a handful of us, and they've been there as well. And with these companies coming in, third-party companies, I talked to Mr. McHam. He came out and visited me, and he made a suggestion, but I wasn't too fond of that, because that's just still putting stuff on our property, tearing up our stuff. And I just don't, it's not reasonable, it don't make sense. And if it's a county road, why isn't it going to be a county road and stay a county road? So that's the answers I want to know. That's pretty much all I have to say for now.
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone else? Please come forward. And again, please give your name, address.
Sure. Good morning. My name is Kimberly Allen. My address is 1129 Ashwood Drive, Princeton, Texas, 75407. I'm standing as well as a family member for this part of the land, what we've always considered a county road that they want to cut off. That's my family land that is there. One of the houses that's on the land belonged to my grandmother, and I grew up there, as with a lot of my other cousins. Mr. Cook that just stood up, he is my cousin as well. I just wanted to speak from the sentimental point of view. That road I'm 56 years old, and that road has been there and there in my entire life. Speaking sentimentally, that part of the road has always been like a rite of passage for us growing up. We weren't allowed to make that full block as kids until we got to a certain age. Once we got to a certain age, we were then free to ride our bikes around the roads. And then eventually, the four-wheelers, all of that came. We couldn't walk around that road until we got to a certain age. This family has been in my land for well over 100 years, so it's sentimental to us. I drove down this morning hoping that I would be able to speak as well. As my cousin Tabara stated, we just need to know what we have to do to save this part of the road, because it's a sentimental thing. It's been in the family for years, and as I stated, it's always been a rite of passage. When you got to a certain age, instead of just going in between the two houses there, you were then given permission to ride around the whole block. So it was a big thing growing up, and I would just, I'm with him just trying to figure out how we can save this part of the road. I've always thought it was a county road, and so I'm a little bit confused too that now to learn that it's not a county road, but I guess it's just been in the family so long, I just assumed. So, and we are just trying to see what we can do to save that part of the road, just for sentimental reasons, because our land is connected to it as well. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Good morning. My name is Kenneth Gibbons. I live at 302 South 7th Street, Maybank, Texas. I was born and raised in this little community, and on the backside of Mr. Cook's property, I have cattle. And when I haul in my hay, I haul 20 rows at a time. And with this road, like he said, if I can't turn around, I'm gonna have to back up in his yard, to get my hay hauler out. And I don't see why they wanna. But now, if I go, I can go, make the circle, back up, and I won't ever have to get on nobody else's property. I can stay on the county road. But if they shut the county road down, like he said, I'm gonna be backing up, tearing his yard up, trying to turn around. And I just think it would just be more of a nuisance to shut the road down than to just leave it. Thank y'all.
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone else wishing to speak at this time? Yes, sir, if you would.
How's it going? So my name's Rick Davis. I own the property that the county road sits on.
Your address, please?
5675 County Road 3918.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. And like I said, I currently own the property this county road's on. So it goes through my property. But there's actually two roads that go in there. One is maintained by the county. The other one is not. That's the one I'm trying to close. I've got pictures of it if you want to see, what it looks like. There's a real difference between the county road that's maintained by the county and this road. So, would you like to see it or not?
If you would, we will be handling this in the next action item, which I'm sure you'll be brought into the discussion there. This is just for public comment at this time.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to point out that there's two county roads, one not maintained by the county and the other one is. And I think it needs to be treated like a cul-de-sac. I mean, the current county road feeds their property, and there's no dispute of that. So, but I own it. I bought it. So anyway, I'll wait till the next part.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Anyone else wishing to speak to this matter? Yes, sir, please.
My name is James Brown. I live at 6818 County Road 3918. Out there in Sand Flat, where all this is, all this is happening. And I'm listening to him. He's saying that's not a county road, what the county maintains. Okay, They seal coated so much of it. But the part he's talking about closing off, it already has hot mix on it. We didn't put the hot mix there. So therefore, the county was maintaining that road. And like he say, I got pictures, but like I say, we can maybe, on the next agenda or whatever, I got pictures because if the county didn't maintain it, it would be a sand road all the way around. So the county has maintained it. They might not be keeping it up, but it's a county road. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone else wishing to speak at this time? I'll make one final call. Anyone wishing to speak to the item before us today of closing 475 feet of County Road 3919? Seeing that there are none, may we have a motion to close public hearing?
I move that we close the public hearing at 9:26.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam and second by Commissioner Richardson to close public hearing at 9:26. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item number 7, consider and take action to close approximately 475 feet of County Road 3919 located in Precinct 3. Commissioner?
Yes, this is a road in, like they was mentioned earlier, in the Sand Flats area. It is a circle drive. It goes in and makes a complete circle. It is maintained by the county up to a certain point, and this last 475 feet, a new property owner that bought the property came in and asked me if we could close the road down, and this is the system that we have to go through to find out if we can close the road down or not. It is still a county road today, so that's not in question. It has not been well maintained all the way around, but it is blacktop all the way around. So, but this is the system, this is the platform we have to use to decide whether we're going to shut this part of the road down or not. I really didn't have any problem with shutting the road down, but I see that there is a lot of opposition from the constituents in the area. So, and we know that you do not have to live in an area to protest against road closure. So, that makes a big difference.
Court, questions concerning this issue? Discussion?
Can we get a image off the CAD on it to look at and make sure it's not landlocking anybody, or like I say, it is a...
Yes, it does not landlock any of the households on the road.
I know any of them I've closed, it's in the previous, it's been a dead-end road. The person wanting to close it, I've always made them try to put in a new turnaround for vehicles in cul-de-sac. So it just didn't dead end. If there was a circle like that at the end of the road.
The only problem that I spoke with the landowner, Mr. Cook, and the problem with the cul-de-sac is that we only have prescriptive easement in there, and he's not willing to have people turn around on his property.
Is this the location?
Yeah, so you own 39?
19?
Yeah, that's it right there. This is the circle at the bottom there. So you can see the road goes in and circles around.
Is this the section here?
No, it's the bottom section right in there.
Okay.
All the way where the grass starts, where that dirt area is where the fence line. That sandy area right there.
Mhm.
And then all the way around the corner back to the Y. That's the section that he's purchased and wants to shut down that part of the road.
just 2 houses?
Yes. And a third possibly being added.
Okay. Court questions, comments?
So the main road comes in to that little Y up there,
And then it circles around. at that
circles
Y.
around. And so up from it, the road at the top side, that's his property too, so the whole road.
The whole road's on
is
his
within
property.
his property.
Mr. Davis has purchased from the property was originally Mr. Gibbons, and Mr. Davis has purchased that, and his property encompasses pretty much the whole road. But it is still a county road.
Court, further questions or comments?
I've got some additional comments.
And unless you're pulled in, please hold your comments, please.
If Mr. Davis would like to make a comment, we would welcome it.
Please, come forward, Mr. Davis.
I just wanted to show you what the condition of the road is currently. So, and then when the property was posted for the hearing, I put a game camera on the entrance to this property through this road. Nobody used it. Not one person. Not one person used this entrance to go in or out. They used the other side of the county road, which comes into the property, which is the one that is maintained. So, let me get you the picture. Not very good, but it's on my phone.
If you let the other commissioners.
I know what it is.
I know you can see just a full blacktop road. It's not even used. So, anyway, I mean, it's not like, huh? I'm sorry. Okay. It's just a little top road. Now, the county road, the other side of the county road is well maintained, obviously. So, the bottom line is, we're not cutting off anybody. They have a county road that feeds this property. And obviously, nobody uses this part of the county road because I can validate that nobody used it. For 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks, nobody used it. So, anyway. That's all I got.
Thanks, sir.
Sure.
Thank you. Yes, sir, if you want to, please.
Well, he's saying no one used the road, and like I said before, I have cattle on the backside of Mr. Cook's, and I don't haul hay all year. I haul hay once a year. And when I come in there with 20 rolls of hay on my truck with my hay hauler, I come in and I swing around on that road and I back up so I can get my hay off. Now, I can't dispute it hadn't been used, but I do use it in the winter when I'm hauling hay for my cattle. Thank you.
Thank you. If you would, please, just keep decorum.
Does any other family? Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Davis states that no one uses the county road, the mail lady every day, okay? Trash truck every week. Me, with my trucking company that I own, my trucks go through there. They might not go through there every day, but sometimes they do. I have deliveries that come out to my house. Big trucks come through there, and they go out that way. And that might not be every day as well, but this stuff is happening. And like I say, is it fair for these trucks and these people and these companies to have to go in my yard just because the road is being blocked? So now I'm jeopardizing the yard that I keep up, that I pay for and maintain because of a county road that want to be closed off that's already open. So this road is being used. It's being used. So, and like I say, it might not be every day, but it is being done.
Thank you, sir.
Well, we've closed down several county roads in the last several years, ends of them, beginnings of them. We've never had any opposition that I know of. County Attorney Assistant, did Clint say anything to you about this? Do you have any?
We just kind of talked about the law, but not necessarily the facts, since we're not advocating for or against it. Legally, we had looked at 251.051 of the Transportation Code. The Commissioners Court does have the authority to lay out, open, discontinue, close, abandon, vacate, or alter roads. When you're talking about closing, abandoning, vacating, discontinuing, or altering and just by itself, that would require a unanimous vote. If we're talking about shortening or truncating the final portion of a road, that would not be unanimous. I'm not sure I fully understand the facts of how it's being closed. And so right now, it looks like you have at least a contested issue of, is that bottom portion just going to be for a single private property owner and his rights as a landowner, versus has this always acted as like a turnaround, kind of a de facto cul-de-sac without a cul-de-sac for the folks that live there? And you've heard people testify for and against that. And so the court has the authority to do it. The issue, I guess, is factually if that's something the court wants to do.
So do all these parcels down here at the bottom belong to Mr. Davis?
Yes, sir.
In the circle down there, below the circle?
If you can see the cursor, this red, where's the cursor?
Okay.
See the property line here where the cursor is? This is all Mr. Davis's property where that parcel is. So he bought this property right here recently. And that's the section he wants to shut down from where the cursor is here to here. And it is, like stated, it is a blacktop road. It has not been well maintained. It is drivable. It has not been maintained up that last 475 feet, but it is drivable. I mean, it's got blacktop on it. It's not abandoned. It's drivable. But like I said, generally we close the road. We don't have any opposition. And we have a lot of opposition in the community. And at this point, I can't be for the motion to close the road. If one of the other commissioners would like to make the motion, that'd be fine, but I'm gonna have to go with the protesters and those that live in the community, so.
Court, is there any further discussion concerning this? Hearing none at this time, we will move on to the next item. No, sir, please have a seat. We've moved on.
Thank you, Court.
Thank you. Item number 8. Excuse me, I'll finish up. Item number 7, there is no action at this time to take, so we'll move to item 8, which is receive financial reports, of which there are none. Item number 9 is consider and take action on payroll distributions and accounts cash sheet. We have none. Item 10 is consider and take action on submitted contracts, of which there are none. Item 11 is consider and take action on requests for right-of-way permits. Commissioner?
Yes, Court, this is from East Cedar Creek Fresh Water. It's a 2-inch water tap and a 2-inch sewer tap at 110 Red Oak Drive in the Glen Oak subdivision. And you see what your backup is where they'll be boring underneath the road.
Questions for the commissioner? Entertain a motion.
I move that we approve the proposed utility line activity for East Cedar Creek Fresh Water for a 2-inch water tap and sewer tap at 110 Red Oak Drive in the Glen Oak subdivision. Commissioner's authorization to sign.
I second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and second by Commissioner Spivey to approve the right-of-way agreement with East Cedar Creek Fresh Water Supply District for the installation of 2-inch water tap and sewer tap at 110 Red Oak Drive, Maybank, Texas, with the Commissioner's authorization to sign. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Commissioner?
The next ones are going to be with Brightspeed for fiber optics. The first one's going to be in the Baywood subdivision. You want to do all these at the same time?
It would be helpful, yes, sir.
It'll be north of Bayport Boulevard aerial for 240 feet, south of Baywood Boulevard for an aerial of 501 feet, west of Baywood Boulevard aerial for 1,145 feet, south of Blue Water Circle aerial for 421 feet, west of Canal Street aerial for 92 feet, south of Canal Street aerial for 189 feet, south of Crescent Drive for aerial 234 feet, west of Tanglewood Drive aerial 391 feet, west of Lakeport Drive aerial 161 feet, south of Lakeport Drive aerial 116 feet, south of Crestwood Drive aerial for 402 feet. The next one will be Brightspeed Fiber Optics along the south side of County Road 2507 for a total of 2,178 feet. The next one is Brightspeed Fiber Optics along County Road 2931 on the west side, 161 feet. The east side aerial for 2,562 feet, and the east side buried on County Road 2931 for 128 feet. The next one will be in the Glen Oak subdivision. It'll be west of Oak Trail aerial for 941 feet, south of Oak Trail aerial for 2,080 feet, south of Rush Road for 2,445 feet, east of Golden Oaks, aerial 1,134 feet, west of Golden Oaks Drive for aerial 555 feet, north of Golden Oaks Drive, aerial 3939 feet. South of Golden Oaks Drive, aerial for 5,284 feet. South of Albany Drive, aerial for 4,094 feet. East of Garner Drive, 1,083 feet. West of Garner, aerial 437 feet. North of Garner Drive, 391 feet. South of Garner, aerial 1,577 feet. East of Cathy Circle, aerial 285 feet. And west of Park Drive, aerial for 485 feet. The next one is Bright Speed for fiber optics on Peaceful Woods Drive, south of Peaceful Woods Drive for 3,230 feet aerial, north of Peaceful Woods aerial for 48 feet, south of Peaceful Woods Drive aerial for 368 feet. The next one is Bright Speed Fiber Optics going into Bonanza Beach subdivision, would be west of Ponderosa Drive aerial 753 feet and south of Ponderosa Drive aerial for 263 feet. I'll be back next week.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Court, questions for the commissioner? Commissioner, this is a part of the ARPA project that's getting the installation on the west side of the county, Paint
Yep.
Springs area.
Yes, sir.
All right. Court, questions for the commissioner? Entertain a motion.
Hearing none, I move we approve the proposed utility line activity for Bright Speed for fiber optics of the aforementioned roads with the commissioner's authorization to sign.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tootley and second by Commissioner Richardson to approve the right-of-way agreements with Bright Speed for the installation of fiber optics along the aforementioned county roads as presented with the commissioner's authorization to sign. All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously.
Thanks, Court.
Item number 12 is consider and take action on submitted budget amendments, which we have none. And item 13 is consider and take action on payment of bills. Ms. Carpenter.
Yes, sir, we have fiscal year 2025 in the amount of $141,804.62.
Commissioner Spivey, questions?
I have no questions, Judge.
Commissioner Tootley?
I have none.
Commissioner McCam?
I have none.
Commissioner Richardson?
No questions, Judge.
There's got to be something. Hearing none?
The lowest one we paid in a while.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I was
that's what I was
fixing to
fixing to
say.
say.
Hurry up, motion.
Hadn't seen a bill like that in a long time. Entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the fiscal year 2025 bills in the amount of $141,804.62 as presented.
I'll second that motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and second by Commissioner Spivey to approve the 2025 bills in the amount of $141,804.62 as presented. Is any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 14 is consider and take action on submitted plats. No plats today. And I believe item 15, open and consider bids. We're not going to need to take any action on what was presented. What was going to be presented to the court was an addendum to lengthen the period of time for acceptance due to the belief that we were not going to get any, but we have received a bid at this time, so there is no action to take on item 15 today. Item 16, consider and take action to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tootley and second by Commissioner McCam to adjourn at 9:50. All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Thank you for being with us today. And I do want to welcome Commissioner Lawrence. How you doing, brother?
I got in on the, didn't know y'all was gonna have a road closing.
We thought that's why you were here.
All right. Ms. Ramesha, we'll get started here in about 10 minutes. If you'll give us a minute to stretch. Oh, gracious.
Okay, there's the